Hey guys, AJ here, back with another one. So today we're gonna look at Mr. Joe Wunderler, and he's pretty famous in the TCAP community because he was the one that kept talking about wanting to see the decoy with a dog. And I didn't realize the extent of how sick this guy is until I actually read the chat log. And guys, I'm not gonna go over much of the chat log because I don't want to be reading a bunch of nasty sex stuff. I mean, read it yourselves, guys. But I mean, it's pretty bad. I mean, this guy really is sick. And once again, I said there's this thing about like, I think the whole kink shaming thing. Like, if you're into something, fine, whatever. But this guy really, really is sick. I mean, like I try to not shame people for, if you're gay, straight, into getting choked. Hey, that's fine. That's your own business. But this whole like running around with a dog and then like he wants to like have sex with the girl after the dog, and this guy is just sick. But anyways, before we do that, guys, please remember to like and subscribe and drop a comment. I appreciate all you guys' input and feedback and support. But I think that this decoy can get an Iron Man award because they go from the 29th of, let me see, the 29th of July all the way to, let me see. Yeah, until the 19th of August. So, I mean, this decoy did a marathon for us. Thank you for your service, whoever you are, decoy person. But anyways, so you can see that he's online and he got caught in the Virginia sting. So we already looked at the house. I think it was a big house, and he's in the military, and which is even worse because you'd think that, and you try and hold all first responders and veterans and stuff to a higher standard, and a lot of them meet that standard because I support all the troops, police, all the first responders. You guys really, really are heroes, all you guys. But this guy is not one of you. He's a piece of trash. And so the decoy calls herself Sweet Aaron. She says, "Hi." He says, 28 male, North Virginia. I'm guessing my age bothers you. She said, "Not if you're nice. I'm 14, female, Herndon. Cool. So how are you doing? You still there?" She said, "Good. Yeah, I'm here." "Okay, I thought maybe after you read my message I posted in the room you would not talk to me anymore." She said, "Oh, I didn't see it. What did you say?" "This." And then here we go, guys. This is 3 minutes and 28 male, North Virginia with 8-inch shaven, pierced, you know what, looking to get sucked. Maybe slide in some nice wet, you know what, if I'm interested. Come on, dude. Really? I mean, this guy is just, he's a pervert and he's sick. And anyway, so they go into all the sex talk. He asks if she wears a thong, and then he asks if she has a camera, and then he always talks about like her wearing shorts with her butt cheeks hanging out, right? So then just all of this is just swallowing and blah blah blah. Like, he didn't even, no pleasantries at all, dude. You're a piece of shit, dude. Oh my goodness. But anyways, so finally, here's the obligatory, do you have a boyfriend? No. I was saying, if I got a boyfriend, what if he wanted to do it to you? Meaning it. Because he wants her to shave her. So, this is the next day. They talked on the phone because he gave his phone number. I'm guessing that the decoy called. "I liked your voice," she says. "Mom said she's coming home from work." "I liked your voice too. Thanks. Anyways, I gotta do the dishes." So, would you seriously have sex with an older man? He just completely, she says, I have to do the dishes before my mom comes home. And he just throws it out there. So would you seriously have sex with an older man? Or my mom's gonna ground me. Yeah, if you're nice, I like you. So yeah, I would do it. Cool. Alright, go and do what you have to do so you don't get in trouble. Call me if you want. So I'm assuming that they have another conversation. And then he says, look, hey, you online, remember me? As if she's going to forget the guy that talked about having a piercing in his dong. Right? So they talk about where they are, and he's talking about panties and thongs and shorts with butt cheeks, dude. It's crazy. So, guys, this is... anyways, he talks about his piercing. Oh, here we go. I wish I could see you sooner and not have to wait, you know? She says, yeah, but if I get in trouble now, I can't stay alone when she goes, meeting her mom. I understand. My only concern is neighbors. I mean, what are they going to think when they see an older guy parking in front of your house and walking in? They don't watch me, but with a car parked outside when they know your mom is not home. She says, so you could be my cousin or something. Yeah, I guess that could be done. So you have not told anyone about this, have you? And he knows he's in the wrong. He knows it. No way. LOL. Good call. I'm just curious because nowadays you have to be careful. You know, cops pulling stings and all that shit. Oh, the irony. And little do you know, buddy boy. Yeah, anyway, so she says, no, I don't want to get in trouble. You're not a cop, are you? No, I'm not a cop. Are you a cop? Hell no. She says, I'm just worried you might get nervous and back out at the last minute. She says, I promise I won't. And I like you. Good. So you were really wanting to be with an older guy? She said, yeah, you're nice to me and stuff. And then he talks about bikinis, bras, blah, blah, blah. And this is where things get into all the dogs and stuff. So, guys, I am really, really not going to read this part. And there's you can find this on the Perverted Justice site. Good luck trying to get through it, guys, because it's pretty bad. But anyways, let's just jump into the video here. Let's see what Mr. Joe wants. Oh, and he also talks about putting whipped cream in the decoy's vagina. So, anyways, here we go.
We're going to straight at the camera for a second. Thanks.
And so people think that his because he has this weird tick that he does, and I've known. Okay, so I stutter, right? You guys probably know. But my stutter comes out when I'm nervous or I'm excited, right? Like, there's a lot of people in my regular life that don't even know that I stutter much because it doesn't really come out much. But if I'm doing something like watching TCAP or whatever, then I get excited and I laugh and I start to stutter, you know? But I think that this guy might have this nervous tick, right? I knew this guy and his lip would twitch. Like, he would do this weird kind of lip twitch thing, and it was involuntary, just like my stuttering, right? Now, I have techniques that I use to stop my stutter, right? But I don't know if there's any technique that you can do to stop this kind of like involuntary tick this guy does. And he's known for it, and you can tell that he's nervous from the jump because he's doing it right when he walks into the house. And you see him just looking around. Let's get into it.
How you doing? How you doing? I can't have a seat right next to it. I'm just... What's happening?
And he knows he's so screwed. He knows it. He knows he's so screwed.
How much? What are you here for? Just
Come to talk to him.
Come to talk to who?
That's it. What's that?
You seem a little nervous.
Yeah, I am.
Why are you so nervous?
I just get nervous. I was just coming to talk to somebody. That's all.
I just
Talk
get
to who?
nervous.
I was coming to talk to Aaron.
Aaron.
Yes.
And why were you going to talk to Aaron?
Just talk. That's all. Nothing more.
How old is Aaron?
She didn't tell me.
Try again.
I saw 14, but I didn't know.
Want to try one more time? 14.
It's funny that these guys, when you ask them these questions, you want to see how well that they think on their feet, and obviously none of them do, because I saw 14, but I could be wrong. Come on, dude, what are you doing?
Keep your hands out of your pockets for a minute, okay? She says, how about you date a 12-year-old girl? If I really like her and her parents don't want a gun or a pitchfork,
I never wrote that.
I have it right here. I have the transcript fake.
Can I see the?
Well, I'm not done with it. In the early investigations, we didn't have it down to a system like we do now. We'd still get caught with either the wrong transcript or perhaps an incomplete transcript of the man's chat with the decoy. I was looking for the passage where he was specific, and Dell from Perverted Justice slides in and hands it to me, so I was able to actually confront him.
I wonder if he was trying to bolt right there. Like, look at it.
Confront him.
Was he looking for like another exit? Was he gonna try and juke past Chris Hansen and break his ankles or something? And another thing too is like, imagine he just sees Chris Hansen, right? And all these guys, I've said this in all my other videos, they don't know if he's a cop. They don't know if he's the dad who's just gonna beat the shit out of him. They don't know. But then someone else comes out of the curtain. And he has to know, like, oh no, this is a lot worse than I thought. At least I can talk my way out of it with this one guy. But now there's who knows how many people back there. What a moron.
My bad. So you thought it was okay to come here to see a 14-year-old girl live?
No, I didn't.
You talk about hair in personal places.
Yeah, he was talking about, oh, do you shave down there? And he brought it up like 3 or 4 times in the chat.
Then you say, and there was just something. Watch your hand. I want to see your hand.
I'm sorry.
And you say there was just something about a teen body. Then you say, so are you a thong kind of girl? My mom won't let me have them. That's, I expect you would look awesome in it.
I know what was in there, and I was talking. We were talking. That was it. I wasn't planning on doing that.
As he's sitting there in the house.
I was just talking. It was just
There's
conversation.
a lot of talk here. Would you ever try anal? Ouch, that sounded like it could hurt. Not if done right. You have to be very gentle with that. Quite a Romeo.
I'm a lonely guy. What can I say?
Like, that's an excuse. You know what I mean? Guys, as anyone who's listening to this, guys, if you're not doing well with the ladies, get in the gym, guys, Like, there's ways, join a running group. There's a lot of really, really, really cool girls who run at like 5Ks and stuff. There's ways that you can, do better with the opposite sex. You can just work on yourself, improve yourself, educate yourself, get your money game right. You know what I'm saying? But don't be chasing no 14-year-old girls on the internet. That's not a good alternative.
This gets pretty freaky here.
Listen, I have had a problem with an internet addiction of talking with the females. I've never done anything with the females that I've talked to. I just, meet and talk. That's it. I've never done anything. I'm trying to get help with it.
What do you do?
Guys, I know people, they say can be addicted to social media. Like, that's an actual thing that I've seen where, people get this dopamine hit or whatever when they're on Instagram and they have people whose lives have been ruined all because they're on social media and got fired from their jobs. But as much as you can be addicted to the internet, I don't think that any of these predators really, really do have an internet addiction. I just think that it's them just trying to be, obviously, have some type of excuse, you know?
Doing to get help.
Seeing a psychiatrist right now.
Well, it doesn't look like it's working too well, based on
I just started talking.
Chris Hansen's thinking, well, it doesn't look like it's working right now.
talk about sex acts with a dog.
It's one of the reasons why I'm trying to get help, because I got into fetishes that I know aren't right, and I'm trying to cut all that. I really am. I have a psychiatrist I'm seeing now. It was just talk, that's all.
There's a lot of talking here. I mean, how can you talk this way to a 14-year-old girl?
That's why I'm getting help. I have a problem.
I guess you're going to tell me next that this is the very first time you've done something like that.
Actually, it is.
You fucking
I'm
liar.
serious.
You're a liar.
How do you expect me to believe that? You know, I hear that all the time.
I know you do. I know you do. And I mean, I know what you guys are doing, and I understand, and I see where you guys are coming from.
It sounds like what you're saying is, okay, 14-year-old girl, it's okay to have sex with me. In fact, I've done it before.
I was just talking. That was it.
How old are you?
28.
28. And you think it's appropriate to visit a 14-year-old girl home alone? Why? Even if you were just visiting to talk.
Time I didn't think about it. I honestly didn't.
How do you think a 14-year-old girl's parent would feel about that?
Infuriated.
And yet he did it anyways. And I'm going to call that like the predator cognitive dissonance, right? But because you have a lot of these guys that have kids and they're like, oh, well, you know, if it was my kid, I'd be pissed. But I would prey on someone else's kid. What a piece of trash.
And I would if I was a parent.
Yet you did it.
I was just talking. I wasn't going to do nothing.
Yeah, I know, but what's in here is sex act after sex act after sex act. Talk of sex with multiple people. Talk of stuff that's way out there, quite frankly. Dogs.
It's just talk. That was all. People do it all the time online.
I know, but there's a difference between doing it online
And getting in your car and heading over there trying to find a dog.
and showing up at a house.
I know what you guys are doing. I see it all the time, and I think it's great what you guys are doing. I really do.
Oh, is this the guy where I think that I can help you guys out? I can, you know, work with you guys. What a bunch of bullshit.
And I mean, I will do anything. I will do anything to help you guys out with stuff. I was wrong for doing what I did. I know that. I will do anything to help you guys out.
But what should happen to you?
Honestly, I'd like to be able to be given a chance to help you guys out any way I can.
What can you do to help us out?
Anything that you suggest.
Well, I'm not a policeman. I'm Chris Hansen of Daylight.
Oh, the cameraman, he came out too early for the cue. Did you guys see that? I never noticed that. Look. He usually goes, I'm Chris Hansen, and then the camera guys come out. But look, I've never seen the cameraman kind of...
I'm not a policeman.
There he goes.
I'm Chris Hansen of Daylight NBC.
It's a little late
Story
to cover your...
I'm free to leave right now. If there's anything else you want to say, we're happy to hear it.
Two boom
You're
guys.
welcome to leave.
I like to.
So guys, yeah, so after this thing, yeah, he was in the military, and perverted justice called his commanding officer, and then he got arrested, and he was in federal court, and he got charged with, what was this, attempted enticement of a minor to engage in illegal sexual activity. So he pled guilty, and he did 5 years in prison, and he's on the RSO for life. And I guess the craziest part about him is that he actually got married after this. So he did his time, got out, and got married. And someone explain that to me, because there's a couple of these guys that end up getting married and stuff. As a woman, like, why would you be with a guy that got charged with being a pervert? Like, I don't understand. And then, so apparently his wife had passed away in 2021 under undetermined circumstances. So yeah, guys, I mean, like I said, I don't, you're into what you're into, but once you start bringing in dogs and children and stuff, come on, man, there's something wrong with you. And I don't care if it's internet addiction, quote unquote. You should be ashamed of yourself. This guy, I can imagine what would happen if Chris Hansen wasn't there and this was an actual real kid. I mean, he came charging into that house ready to rock and roll with some kibble and bits and some whipped cream. What an asshole. All right, you guys stay safe. This is AJ. I'll see you in the next one. I'm out of here. Oh, and just to follow up, guys, so I did a little bit of extra research because I read that that Joe Wunderler started his own garage door business with his wife, who's now passed. And look at this. This is on Facebook. So it's like, meet the owners, Joe and Jesse. Joe is a 10-year veteran in the United States Army, so he changed his last name to Sellers. Joe Sellers now serves the community through Capital City Garage Doors, extending fairness to every customer in his commitment to deliver quality products and services. Joe Sellers keeps the ship on course. Jesse Sellers keeps the ship on course. Her 10 years of experience in the garage door industry, plus her commitment to build a company on fair and honest practices, sets Capital City Garage Door above the shoulders of its competitors. Then this is good old, dog lover boy right here, and there's his wife, and then look, someone just snitched on him. In the comments, dude, they put Joe Wunderler as his real name, and then they put the link to That's so wrong. On his company's Facebook page, look, they put the link to the TCAP episode, to the whole episode. Matter of fact, I want to see where this goes.
VA Mail 69
Oh,
2005.
no.
He's the one who said there's just some...
Oh man, how do you talk your way out of this one? Were there any updates? 4 comments. Let's see. No, I think they might have shut the comments down then. So, but man, that's one thing about the internet. The internet is undefeated, guys. And your past will never go away, ever. If something's out there, it's always going to come back to bite you in the butt. So, guys, be careful. You know what I mean? Also, don't be a pervert, too. I think that's the main advice here. All right, you guys.